Hey y'all, what's up? What's going on? So y'all, please don't talk about my head. I'm letting it grow back out. Stop going to the barbershop and getting it cut. But anyway, I was just sitting here thinking, I'm like, you know what's so crazy? Like I have literally have went through shit all of my life. Even as like a child, even from like a little girl, I just remember like always just like constantly going through stuff. And sometimes I used to like cry and I used to wonder and think to myself, like, why is it that every time I get around people, or why is it that whenever, because I was, I've always pretty much for the most part been a quiet person. Like I have a really fun, goofy type personality or whatever when you really get to know me. But for the most part, my demeanor, I'm a very quiet person. So, um, so I just always was thinking like, damn, like, why is it that I always encounter problems with people? Like, and it'd be like out of nowhere for like no reason. You know what I'm saying? Or it'd be like, I'll be cool with somebody and then all of a sudden they'll just start acting funny out of the blue. And I didn't do anything to them. They just would just be weird. Like they would not speak to me, but then speak to everybody else. Like, for example, I was at work one day, right? And one of the ladies that work at my job, she was dealing with a customer, right? So I came in there and I spoke to her. I said her name 3 times. I said, hey, we'll call her Sandra. I said, hey, Sandra. She didn't say nothing. So the customer's like looking at me and looking at her. I said, Sandra, Sandra. And I was like trying to get, Sandra's attention. She ignored the dog doo-doo shit out of me, okay? So the customer, he's like looking back at me and looking back at her. And he's like, you could tell he was like waiting to see if she was going to respond or say something. Because if he could fucking hear me, bitch, I know you could fucking hear me. But she sat there and ignored me. And even after, and I'm not the type of person that if I have a problem with somebody, I like to go straight directly to the person. If I have an issue with you, I want to let you know right in hand. I don't really like going, to other people, saying stuff about other people. I like to be just come to you straight up. So I went up to her and I was like, do you got an issue or a problem with me or something? I said, because I had spoke to you and I said your name 3 times. And I said, I noticed that you kind of ignore me. This what she do here. Like that. So from that day forward, I said, you know what? I'm not saying a motherfucking thing else to her. Another example, there's a lady that just started working there. She been there maybe like a month now, right? Never talked to her, never spoke to her. But I noticed that everybody in the branch, she would go to and speak and conversate with. But then when it came to me, she wouldn't say nothing. So if I walk in the door, she wouldn't say shit. But then when a person behind me come in, she'll be like, oh, good morning. So 2 times she called herself telling me good morning or whatever. And I ignored the shit out of her. I said, I'm about to start playing the same game people fucking play. Like, them days is over with. 2026, them days is over with people fucking playing with me. Real fucking shit. People know exactly what the fuck they be doing. I don't give a damn what nobody say. That's why I say, like, sometimes when it comes to that apology shit, I really don't be trying to hear it. Especially if it was something that was intentional. Then it'll be like a situation where, let's say, for example, you're around somebody, right? You might be going through a particular situation. Something might seriously be, going on with you or whatever. It might be a down moment that you may be having. It could be like financially. It could just be whatever. And it's like you'll get around somebody that knows you personally, right? Or it could be a relative or whatever. And they know that that's your current situation. But they have this thing where they try to like throw fucking shade and they try to like make little slick comments and take little jabs and digs at you. And it's like they try to make it seem like they're generally speaking, but you could tell they ain't fucking generally speaking. Because if that wasn't the current situation that you was going through, they wouldn't feel the need to talk about it. So basically they're talking about you, that type of shit. Then there'll be situations where I'll be to myself, I'll be minding my own business, and somebody will come up to me and say some stupid ass shit. There's so many examples that I could give about this, like real fucking talk. It'll be a situation where, like, I remember one time when I first started the job that I'm at now, real shit. I'm an avid water drinker, right? I'm probably damn near the only person in there that really drink water, for real. I don't really see people like drink a whole bunch of water. So I have this jug that I take to work with me or whatever, like this. It's a half a gallon, right? So I'll buy like the gallon of water jugs or whatever. And I'll usually like fill it up and then whatever, I'll fill it up in the morning. So when I clock in or whatever, I'll finish that. And when I take my lunch break or whatever, I'll go and get the bottle out my car and I'll fill up the rest, right? So This was probably like maybe last year sometime, you know. And it's like people think they do shit to you, and then they think that you don't realize and you don't see the shit in the fuckery that they do. So anyway, I'm at work or whatever, right? And what I was doing was, this is before I started leaving my water in the car. So I would bring the water jug in the car, or I would fill it up, you know, when I get there or whatever. And I would put the rest of the remaining of the water, I would stick it in the refrigerator. So it started getting to the point where I guess they wanted to be assholes. So when I would get to work, I would notice that, mind you, there was maybe like only one person that really just brought lunches from home that didn't eat out. Everybody else would eat out during their lunch breaks or whatever. So mind you, I get to work and I'm noticing that whole week, all of a sudden, everybody's like stuffing stuff in the refrigerator. Like normally where I would leave my jug at, everybody start putting their shit in there. So then one of the dudes that worked there, he tried to be funny, right? So I'm just standing there, clocked into work. I'm just sitting down, chilling or whatever. And he sees me bring the water jug back out because it wasn't no room. So he gonna say, oh, what type of water do y'all like to drink? Do y'all like cold water or do y'all like room temperature water? So he started going down the room and asking everybody what type of water they like to fucking drink. And I noticed that he didn't ask me because he knew what the fuck he was doing. But see, he thought I was stupid. So I started playing his little fucking games too. And it's just like, I was like, you guys like always be doing shit and you think that I don't catch it and I don't pay attention to it, but I catch it all the time and you wonder why I don't fuck with you. I'll come into work, they play these little games. 1 minute they want to speak, next minute they acting funny, and I started giving the motherfuckers they same fucking energy. Now that then when I started giving they same fucking energy, they couldn't, because you know people can't take the same shit that they do to you when you dish it back to them or whatever. So then all of a sudden they want to talk. My thing is this: if you don't like me, if you don't fuck with me, just stay the fuck up out of my face. That's one thing I can never understand about people. If you don't fucking like me, stay the fuck away from me. Why do you make it a point to be around me, to try to have conversation with me, to be up in my face, to communicate with me? I think that shit gotta be a mental fucking illness. Cause one thing about me, if I don't like a bitch or a motherfucker, I'm not gonna fucking be around them. Period, point fucking blank. I don't understand how people do that shit. How can you be around somebody that you don't fuck with? I don't give a damn who the fuck it is. I'm not finna pretend and fake for shit. I don't give a damn who in that room like you, who in that room fuck with you. If I don't like your motherfucking ass, I ain't gonna say shit fucking to you. And that's just how the fuck it is. But it's like I noticed that people play these little games. It's like, you know, all of a sudden, you know, they want to start being like overly nice. I don't like performative ass fucking people. Like, be who the fuck you are. People will respect that more. People can see when you fake as fuck. So then when I started calling out the bullshit, all of a sudden they wanted to be all overly nice and shit. No, you got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I used to let a lot of shit fucking slide. I did, because I didn't want to cause confrontation or cause problems or whatever. But you know what I realized? The only person that's hurting when you be quiet and don't say shit is you. You the only motherfucker that's gonna be hurting when you sit back and be quiet and you allow people to disrespect you. You don't check that shit at the door the first time. And I had to learn that shit. Real fucking talk. I'm not a mean person. I'm not a malicious a mean person. I'm not a malicious person. I'm not an evil fucking person. But I noticed that people do not like to take what the fuck they dish out. They don't. But it's okay for them to be assholes to you. But then when you give a fucking reaction, it's a fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? Just all type of shit. Bro, I'm just getting to the point where it's just like, it makes you not really want to deal with people, especially when it's coming in from all different fucking angles, man. Like, real fucking shit. The people that have did me the dirtiest was people that I was the closest to. The people that have did me the dirtiest was the people that was around me and the people that I was closest fucking to. And that's some real fucking shit. Okay? I've had, you know, different people from the sideline or, you know, outsiders or whatever, but it was mostly the people that I was around. And that's why now I'm just like, man, and I'm starting to notice that ever since I made a point to like just like do better and like keep my distance away from people, I noticed that like people have a problem with that type of shit. It's like when you cut a motherfucker off, all of a sudden they feel like you fucking wrong because you don't want to deal with them no more. But it's just like, people take it, they make you not want to deal with them. That sometimey shit, that switcheroo shit, you know, all type of stuff or whatever. And I'm just like, man, like I can't be going through them fucking changes with people. I can't do that shit no fucking more. It's either you gonna be cool or you're fucking not. And that's just really what it is. Like, real shit. I don't see how people can be around people that they don't like. I can't do it.